What's up, YouTube? DaAverageGamer Shawn here, bringing you a new type of video/audio format in the form of the average rants. This is going to be my way of giving you guys more content without actually having to sit down and either record something or get in front of the webcam to just express my opinion on certain subjects. This subject right here is going to encompass a few different things. I don't know how long we're gonna go. I'm going to talk about this subject today because it's going to encompass a few different things. That's probably going to spill into a second discussion. Also, if you see, like today, I'm doing this alone. I'm doing this solo dolo, but we will also start bringing in different people, some of my friends, to talk about these different subjects, so that you can get multiple opinions on these matters. This is going to be my third time attempting to generalize my point, I guess you can say, about this subject and how social media has corrupted our youth. And in this subject, I might start talking about role models and why our youth is so bad at the same time. So that's why I don't really know how long this is going to go. But I do want to generalize this part into social media destroying our young community. I apologize about that burp. But in general, social media has completely obliterated the way that the world operates. And if you don't really know what I mean, because you're a younger person listening to this for some reason, even as far as 10 years ago, social media, we're in 2015 now, so we're gonna say as far back as 12 years ago, social media did not have such a strong presence. You still had to go into the world, you know, that place outside where a lot of people don't even venture anymore, to actually communicate and interact with people. But with the dawn of sites like MySpace and things of that sort, the world itself has been on a complete downward spiral right into the bowels of the abyss of hell. If you want to get right down to the nitty-gritty of it, the social media and the internet itself has taken the world in such a negative place that it's going to be so hard to rebound from it. And let me start by making this point right here. Let me start with a analogy, if you will. So, being the gamer that I am, I'm gonna need you to follow along with me when it comes to. I'm comparing this to social media itself before I actually go on my little tangent. Let's go back before the new generation of consoles came out. Before the PS4 and the Xbox One, there were consoles known as the PS3 and the Xbox 360. When it comes to online gaming on those consoles, PS3 was free. Xbox 360 you had to pay a certain fee for to do a certain amount of time, whether it be 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year, or even 2 years, depending on how much you want to spend at the time. What I'm trying to say is, people in the gaming community always considered Xbox 360 to have a better online gaming community because of the fact that you had to pay for it. Where as far as on PS3, it was free, so any old Joe Schmo can come on and ruin your game of Call of Duty because he couldn't no scope for to save his life. So let's compare that concept of free versus paid for to social media. With social media, for the most part, all of that stuff is free. When it comes to your, let's talk about the top 3 right now: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Snapchat is slowly on the rise, and you have things like Tinder, Tumblr, and things of that sort. For the most part, all of that stuff is free. Have you ever seen one of those fake posts where people say, hey, in a few months Facebook is going to start making you pay unless you share this post? And if you actually go through and read the comments people leave on there, people are flipping outraged. Like, oh my gosh, are you really going to make me pay for social media? Yada yada yada. It's supposed to be free. How am I supposed to put my dumbass 2 cents out there if I have to pay for it? Okay, that brings me to my next point. If you had to pay for your social media, wouldn't you be smarter about how you use it? Would you just really be going around posting what you ate for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or how your eyebrows is on fleek? If you had to pay for it, wouldn't you probably want to use your paid subscription to your Facebook for a more reasonable purpose, maybe for a online business, or to get a positive message across? Wouldn't you want to use your paid subscription to Twitter to help end the tyranny when it comes to the police and the ethnic community? I say ethnic because I'm adding in black folks, Mexicans, you know, the minority, even though we're the majority, if you will. Wouldn't you want to use your paid for Instagram post to spread positive messages instead of my hair is on fleek and licking my edges? You know what I'm saying? Social media has the greatest potential to be the catalyst to change when it comes to senseless violence and getting positive opinions across. If you get what I'm saying, we all talk about Black Lives Matters, and there needs to be a change, and we need to stop all this senseless killings. But yet, I'm guilty of this as well. When waking up, we look for the donkey of the day. We look to see the latest in topical beef. When I say topical, I mean relevant in the news of social media. Like, everybody was waiting to hear that Meek Mill response to Drake's charged up warning record, because it really wasn't a diss, but that's a different subject for a different day. But we were all waiting for that, instead of saying, hey, you both put out good music, you both have the support of millions of people out there. This is nonsense. But no, we're all guilty of this in some way, shape, or form. Whether you shared the Drake charged up record out there, or you listened to it, or you called into your favorite radio station and gave it the yay or nay, instead of saying, hey, why is this senseless beef going on? You both are millionaires. Why are you beefing? You know what I'm saying? And the same thing can happen when it comes to hashtag Black Lives Matter. Instead of encouraging the ignorance, we should be encouraging a change through social media. And through social media, we have the opportunity for some of our celebrities to step up, i.e. something like what Tyrese and Rev Rant do on their social media pages, where they encourage positivity. Have you ever been on Tyrese's Twitter or Facebook? He's always giving quotes, inspirational quotes and things like that, to help encourage not just black men, but people in general to do better. And we need more of that. And that kind of spills into where there aren't any real, we don't have a real role model for this generation that's coming up. That's why our kids are so bad. So before I get off subject again and talk for a few more minutes about something else we need to talk about, another thing when it comes to no role model and why these kids are so bad, let's stay on this social media. And we need to start, our problem with social media is, when I say social media, I mean the internet, and I also mean CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, things of that sort, where the world has such a strong ADHD complex, where we could be talking about a Sandra Bland today, or whoever the next senseless killing is today, and then tomorrow we're talking about how many Quaaludes did Bill Cosby really use to get these women. We let social media distract us so much that when it comes to these real events in the world, we easily forget about it. Things, I don't believe in the Illuminati, but I believe the government does shit on purpose. They do shit on purpose. Donald Trump is a fucking distraction, and I'm not eating this shit up because I never believed in Donald Trump anyways. Social media is just a distraction. Hulk Hogan right now is a distraction. Bill Cosby right now is a distraction to keep our minds off the Sandra Blands of the world. God, I wish I could. Let me just type it in real quick. I got my computer right next to me. The gentleman who was choked out by the cops last year, and this is beginning on my nerves forever. Like, I cannot remember his name. Bear with me, but you guys see what I'm saying. They use certain things to distract us from the real subject matters. I'm trying to find it. Jesus Christ, any other time it's right there. But you see what I'm saying, right? We could be talking about why this person died senselessly one day, and then the next day we're talking about some social media farce that really isn't important. Because Eric Gardner, that's his name, the guy who got choked out, and then your Trayvon Martins. We could be talking about these people one day, and oh, it's so wrong, we need to protest, and we do this, and we need to do that. But think about, I believe it was the Eric Gardner stuff that had all those riots last year. And yes, the event was very tragic, very unwarranted, but at the same time we responded in violence. If I'm getting you guys know what I'm talking about. We had those massive riots last year. I believe it was related to Eric Gardner. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section below. But you see what I'm saying? Instead of you taking that opportunity to invoke positive change, like the peace march or the sit downs back in the day with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and people of that sort, we resorted to violence and ignorance to try to solve that matter. Even on social media and on the news, they never, there were peaceful protests going on, but did they cover that? No. They glorified the ignorance when it comes to the violence, the looting, the pillaging, and all that stuff. Where we could have took that opportunity to say make a positive change, but no, we use things like social media to also indulge in the ignorance when it comes to the riots and stuff. And that's not the right way to get change in this world. We don't have the Million Man marches or the freedom marches anymore, which we I mean, we do, but they're not, like I said, they're not glorified the way ignorance is glorified through social media. Give me a second to get a sip of water. Yeah, so they're not, the peaceful protests and the walks aren't glorified at the way we glorify Future's DS2, or like I said, the Drake and Meek Mill, Safari, Nicki Minaj, Young Money, Birdman, Lil Wayne, Tidal, Beefs, and things like that. We glorify the ignorance because, one, sometimes it's funny. Two, we don't know how to spark positive change. And like I said, that's where not having role models for our youth comes into play, because not having a positive figure for our youth is really damaging us. And I know I'm probably being contradictory to myself, like, don't look at me to be that positive role model. Oh hell no, I'm not the one, because I guess I am being contradictory when I say I myself involve myself. I tried not to. I really, like, for the past few years I've been trying to not involve myself in the ignorance. That's why I've been focused on getting my YouTube. That's my outlet, my positive outlet, my YouTube. But we need people like a Tyrese or a Reverend Rant or more Obamas or Reverend Al Sharptons like that in the world to help bring us to a better place in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this to go past 20 minutes. So I'm gonna try to start wrapping this up. We don't have those positive role models. We have our social media outlets. We have our news outlets that are feeding us bullshit, and we're eating it like it's Papados or fine food. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a 5-star restaurant. Like Gordon, we're eating the bullshit like Gordon Ramsay himself made it. You know what I'm saying? Like Emerald said, bam, eat that bullshit because it tastes good. You know, we don't have an Emerald saying, bam, eat that positivity because it tastes good. We don't have that. We need that, and that's why our youth is so bad. That's why racial profiling will never stop at this rate, because we have, you can't claim, let me say this, the government watches what you do on social media, and I say that to say you can't be a felon, do felon type stuff on the internet and then cry racism when you're at a party and the police bust it down and, you know, interrupt your event because you have known drug dealers and felons there and people who do dumb shit on the internet and willingly post it. You can't post yourself holding guns on the internet or selling dope on the internet or fighting on the internet and don't think people are watching. World Star is a thing. World Star is run by the police, if you ask me. They glorify that stuff. So they watch. They have an eye on you. They have an eye on you. I'm not the one to believe. I'm not gonna lie, I used to when I was younger. Believe in the Illuminati and things like that. But I do believe in some way, shape, or form the government is polluting the world with ignorance so that we can stay ignorant and blind to the real matters in the world. Like I was saying earlier, we have our Sandra Blands, we have our Eric Garners, we have our Trayvon Marches, and the countless other things in our country, in the world, that aren't even spoken of because we are so blinded by the Bill Cosbys, by the celebrity drama, by the Hulk Hogan. Did I say Hulk Hogan's? By the Bill Cosbys, the Hulk Hogan's, and all that stuff, all that crap that we glorify. Even something like Caitlyn Jenner or Bruce Jenner transformed into Caitlyn, where it's glorified. It's not okay. We're reaching that 20-minute mark. We're at the 20-minute mark where we glorify things like that instead of the real problems in the world. Yes, gay. Well, that's gonna be another podcast. Gay rights and stuff is a thing that needs to be addressed, but transgender issues are things that need to be addressed. But we have other things that we need to do alongside of that. But we're glorifying the wrong things and trying to put a positive spin on it. You know what I'm saying? If Caitlyn, okay, people get sex surgeries all the time. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because maybe because it's part of the social media outlet part of this. But people get surgeries all the time. Gay people are a thing. Gay people are a thing. I am not homophobic at all. I completely support gay rights, no matter what. I believe if you want to be miserable in a relationship like everybody else, be miserable in your relationship like everybody else. That's what I believe in. Miserable lives for everybody. But people have these sex surgeries all the time. But Caitlyn Bruce Jenner is glorified because of the Kardashian name behind it. It could have been Billy Ray from up the street, or Ray from up the street. He could have went from male to female, and nobody would have known. Things like this happen all the times. But since it's in that Kardashian aura, we care, and people make such a big deal about it because it's Bruce Jenner. He's I guess, quote unquote, he was a man's man turned into a woman, but that's how he identified this whole time, as a woman. Then Lord be it. If what's her name? Damn it, what's that female? Rachel Dolezal. She identifies as black. People identify as black all the time. Go watch what's the name of that movie? Malibu's Most Wanted. He identified as black. Ain't nobody go say something to him. Oh, yes they did. But anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. We glorify stupid things that happen every day over real matters, real events in the world through social media, when we need to change that and stop caring so much about the trivial things and try to put more positivity back into the world using social media, is what I'm trying to say. We need more role models, and that's going to be the premise of our next discussion. Role models and why our kids are so bad because we ain't got none. If you have enjoyed this pilot first average rant, please leave a like down below. Follow me on all types of social media. Oh my god, that is the biggest contradiction ever. I just talk about social media, and then I ask you to go follow me on social media, but you're going to get more positive things, and you're not going to get all of the, you know, the things that I talked about on when you follow me on social media. You're going to get more fun things, more positive things, I promise you. So just click on the links down below to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Snapchat and Kick is also all down there below, as well as links to play video games with me. Whew. Comment down below what you think about this subject matter. Share the video out with your friends so they can voice their opinions on here as well, and subscribe if you have not already. But with all of that being said, I am the Average Gamer Shawn, and I am out of here.